And we are live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. It's Coach Clee coming at you. It's your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker. I got a special guest sitting to my right that looks like your left right now. I'll introduce him in a minute. But you know what? You know what the rules are, right? I need to know what the energy levels are. I need to know what the energy levels are like. So if you had a good day today, I need you to put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had a good day today. Thank you, Tommy, for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. If you had, I don't believe in bad days. I like to categorize them as character building days because you can learn from them, you can build from them, you can do better in the future, and it makes you like the good days that much better. But if you had a character building day, I need you to put a 2. Looks like a peace sign. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. I get tongue-tied all the time, but sometimes you just got to go with it. Thank you, Shayla, for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. And if you had what I had, just an outstanding, marvelous, stupendous, outstanding day, I need you to put a 0 in that chumpy. I need you to put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. Put a 0 in the comment section. It's like a bubble, and you're right here in the middle of that bubble, and nothing can penetrate it because it's just that amazing. I'm going to put a 0 at the end of this live. I see Safrine is on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. Shayla had an outstanding day. I had an outstanding day. I'm going to put a 0 at the end of this live. What are you going to put at the end of this live?
Bubble, man. I had a great day.
Money dancing. 2 outstanding days sitting right beside each other. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. He's going to put a 0 in the comment section because he had an outstanding day too. Like I said, this Coach Clee is coming at you. Please check me out on YouTube. YouTube Coach Clee, and you're already on the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Facebook page, Coach Clee under both of them. Check out the website. It's listed above, workwithclee.com. On that website, you will see No Shade, All Light. It was written by Clarence Stokes, Herb Thompson, Jason Brown, and myself. It's 25 of our favorite quotes and what they mean to us. So it's over 100 quotes in this book, and it has meaning to them, and it means a lot to us. This right here is my personal project, my baby. It's March 4th. Of course, you got to hold up your 4 if you are seeing. You hold up your 4. It's a motivational empowerment book on finding your own breakthrough, written by yours truly, myself. That's on the website too. And then you got the Coach Clee apparel, and you got Stark products on there too. So make sure you check them out. It's workwithclee.com. But I got a special guest for you right now. I got a special guest. He is my cousin first and foremost. He's my cousin. I had his little brother on the show. I should say younger brother because I hate being called little brother. I can't. Yeah, I know. That bothers me. So I can't. His younger brother was on the show about a month ago, but he is a husband. He's a father. He's a grandfather. He's a deacon in the church. He's retired from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. He is a high school football coach and a high school football coach champion. As a head coach of the champion, he won the championship. Radio host of channel 1460 AM Echoes of Glory, which has been going on. He'll give you a little bit of background about that, which is an affiliate of iHeartRadio. Is that correct?
Man, that's right on time. That's on point. That is on
wonderful, point. Wonderful. We don't do applause. Thank you, Victoria, for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. We can't do applause because we don't have an audience in front of us. But give them some thumbs up. Give them some thumbs up or give them some hearts. I like when the hearts come through because they look real cute. I was told that I can't say they look cute, but they look cute when they come in. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it feels real weird doing this right now. I had to catch myself. It feels real weird. This is the original. I gotta give him homage. This is the original CT. This is CT Hailey, my cousin. I'm Coach Clee. Coach, I'm tongue tied because I can't. So I'm CT. He's the original CT. All right. This is my cousin Tommy. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Wow, man. I'm just a hometown guy, born and bred. Reared in Stilton, Pennsylvania. Graduated from Steele High. Went to school in Boston. Okay. Came back home. Started working with the state. Got married, and I'm just living a good life now. Doing radio, doing coaching, and doing the grandpa thing, like you said.
Yeah. And you were off the camera. You were telling me a little bit about the grandpa thing that you were doing, or just sitting around, just kind of chilling. Yeah, you had a little bit of the day.
Not a little bit. Had a long day today. I had the grandkids with me, and we traveled around, did some things. It was fun.
Cool. I can't wait till I can get there myself. I'm jealous. He came in all cool, calm, and collected.
You can wait. Trust me.
I got no choice. While we're sitting here, though, I already took a sip of mine. It's some delicious. You can see the condensation. There's a condensation dripping off of it so well that it's soaking up the napkin here on the table. But why don't you take a sip of some of this Stark delicious alkaline water and tell me what you think.
That is smooth.
That is.
It's very chilly. It's great.
Okay.
I like it.
Thank you. I had a guest before tell me it tastes like wet water. But to me, and everyone else has their own different set of taste buds. I think it tastes like a fresher version of water. You know, it's alkaline water. It's a healthier version of water. It actually helps neutralize some of the acid in your body.
Okay.
So it's a healthier version of water. Acids thrive, diseases thrive in an acidic body. So the more acid you get out of your body, you're that much more energized and healthier. So that's why I like it.
It's good.
But getting back on topic here, you know, like I said, he's the radio host of Echoes of Glory. Can you give us a little history on Echoes of Glory?
Echoes of Glory was started originally by the late Reverend Dr. Olin Harris.
Okay.
And he did radio for years and years, and then he was joined by our late uncle, George T.Y. Toby Young.
Yeah.
And then Toby took it over. We have been on the air now for 61 years.
Wow.
Toby did it for the better part of 50 of those years.
Wow.
And as he began to get a little sick, I was helping him. He asked me in 1992.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very scared. You know, I was like, you want me to do what? But he walked me through it, taught me everything. And so I was working with him through the years. And then the last, I'd say 10 years, I've been solo, and now I have a co-host. So.
Okay. All right.
J. Nicole Jones, like you said.
There you go.
Yeah,
gotta
put
that
that
right
in
there.
there.
Gotta give a shout out. So, what do you like best about being a host and co-host on a gospel radio channel?
One of the things Toby told me to really like anchor into was not only are we getting the word of God out over the airwaves, he said somebody's always going through something, a divorce, a death, a child in jail, and something that you play on Sunday morning might be able to help them make it another day. You know, so I just think it's interesting to be in that little box with Jay, but to know that there's so many people listening that we don't know that we're affecting. So
effective change for the positive, absolutely. And you said since about 1992 you became the co-host. That's about right?
1992 is when Toby introduced me to radio.
Okay.
But like I said, about 10, 11 years ago, as Toby began to get sick, he started not being able to come into the station, and the officials told me, we're going to give it to you.
Okay.
And so it's been about 10, 11 years that I've been doing it. And now Jay's been with me for 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And about how long? When does the show come on? And about how long does it run during the day?
The show is on Sunday mornings from 9 to 11, like you said, on 1460 AM Fox Sports Harrisburg. Also, iHeartRadio app, and we're now on Bob 94.9 HD.
Oh, okay.
And we're on from 9 to 11, playing gospel music, giving some church and civic news, and just some scripture and thoughts for folks as they get ready for church.
Gotcha. And I think it was about a year, or not even a year ago. It was last summer sometime where I was a guest on your show on the radio. And I've been going live for, this August will be about 3 years.
Wow.
I think I was more nervous sitting in the radio station than I am in front of going live in my own studio. We're in a lab, we got our pen and our pad. Man, I was fumbling over words. He had me reading stuff that I wasn't prepared to read, you know. And I didn't have on I had no glasses, no contacts, nothing. So I just wing it.
I think because you were in the presence of the original CT. You know. We were glad to have you in, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. We're looking forward to coming back sometime soon, too. Think we set a date, but I'm not going to put too much out there because, you know, we got a lot of things going on. Absolutely. So I know that Uncle Toby is what I know him as. Tell him T.Y. sent you by. I remember.
There you go. Folks, remember that.
He kind of laid the foundation for you. But what gives you inspiration to have gone in there that first time and to keep it moving?
Well, I remember listening to Toby as a young man, you know, talking about for beans and greens to taste just right, you got to have smoked meats. And so I grew up listening to that, and it was a wonderfully put together program. He had a heart for ministry, and he did a great job as a gospel announcer. And when he brought me along, I had to live up to that standard. You know, like I said, I had a great teacher. He taught me a lot, but I thought, I listened to this man for years and years and years, and I've got to be able to carry that on. I just thank God that so far, you know, we're still on the air.
Yeah, still going strong, very much. Thank you, Jamon, for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. I appreciate it. Is there any inspiration that gets you motivated to keep doing it now?
One of the things that's interesting, that if you want to say motivation, is back in the day, Toby used to say that you could hear us from Allentown to the Maryland line. Well, now with the internet, you know, we're in Australia, we're in China, we're in San Diego, we're all over the world. So, and you got folks I had a great friend that I worked with at the state who moved to Tucson, Arizona. But every week he calls me, hey, I'm listening, you know, whatever. So I think that's great that we can touch more folks that way.
That's really cool. That's really cool. And also, I know that, I don't want to say your spare time, but in a way of giving back, you're a high school football coach. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, I remember seeing you in your Yard Dogs uniform, playing the game that we both love. And during the time when I was in high school, my mom and dad kind of separated. And so I saw the other parents together on Parents' Day and everything, and I thought it must be horrible for children to go through that. So one of the aspects I'm trying to be like a dad. You know, that we always tell people, you know, we have to be dad, pastor, lawyer, whatever when you coach these kids. But I just want to make sure they have somebody they can talk to. My staff feels the same way. And we're just trying to put something back into these young kids' lives.
Yes, which is a big deal. I know I've coached on a lower level. I haven't coached high school. I've coached the midget program, and I feel the exact same way because not even with the players that you have there, you also deal with a lot of the parents or new parents or separated parents or step parents or grandparents who are taking care of the kids. They're coming in and they're looking for a little bit of advice or just help. I know, and I don't want to take anything away from anyone else. I think that each role has its place. I think a lot of coaches, at least in my personal perspective also, a lot of my coaches had more influence over me than a lot of my teachers did. You know, and the punishment, I think, is a lot worse for if you're playing a sport from a coach than it is from a teacher per se.
Exactly.
You know? Thank you, Jarrell, for tuning in. I've had to do many rat drills, run hills, run the sled. That's worse than any detention I've had.
It really hurts us to make you guys. It really does, you know.
It's nice to be on the opposite end.
Yeah.
I see you got a big nugget, this big little something on your finger. A couple of them, they're weighing you down a little bit heavy.
I was an assistant coach at Steel High during the championship years in 2007 and 2008 with late coach Rob Deibler. And I wear these now. I coach at Cedar Cliff, and the kids are always asking me, why you keep wearing those rings? And I'm thinking, well, I am at a new school. I should put them away. But they keep reminding me of the hard work that it took to get there. So I wear them proudly, and they ain't coming off, bro.
I got you. I see. And I get knocked in the forehead, say roller right there. I see.
I hear you.
So with the radio station, have there been any events that you were affiliated with in the past that you can talk about?
I mean, a lot of times they'll ask you, meaning churches in the area or even civic organizations. We were MC for the Donnie McClurkin program when he came back in the mid-'90s. We do a lot of area things, civic things, church things. Matter of fact, this past Sunday, I was the MC at the Martin Luther King graduation at St. Paul. So we're out there in the community trying to support folks and, you know, just got to give back.
Gotcha. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of fun to do that. Have you made any accomplishments, or is there any accomplishments that you're working towards?
Well, Jay and I right now are in the process of putting together an anniversary. We haven't had one in a lot of years. Toby used to have them every year. And so we're trying to put some ideas together. She knows a lot of gospel artists. So we're trying to put something together, not for this October, but for next year, because we want to put it around Toby's birthday, which was October the 13th. So we're working on some things, bringing some folks in, and when we know, we'll let you know. And it'll be out there.
And when I know, I'll let you all know. Money dance on that.
There you go.
And I know we discussed a few things here and there, but is there any goals? Like when you first came out of college, did you actually see yourself in the role of a radio host? Was that a goal of yours? But getting to that level, have you made goals for yourself that you've already accomplished, or are there any goals that you're still trying to work toward now?
When you said I got out of school and I came home, started working for the state, and I was just going to be a state worker, and I was playing minor league football at the time, coaching midgets, and that was going to be it. And I got married, and then Toby asked me to do the program. No experience at all. He said, Hailey, I want you to start doing radio. And so he taught me very well. So now that I'm in it, what we want to do, when I spoke to Jay and I met her for the first time, she told me she had a heart for radio. And I'm going to tell y'all, I was like, yeah, okay, come on there. Let me see what you got. But when I heard her voice and I felt her spirit, I called LA, Detroit, New York. I told them, leave her alone. She's going to be with me for a while because she's that good. Now, what we want to do is maybe put some programs together for young people who might have an interest in it and help bring them along and mentor them.
Gotcha. That's an interesting topic right there. So if someone's watching who's who hasn't broken into the business yet, who's a college kid or someone who's a young kid who's looking to break in, what kind of steps would you advise them to take if they're looking to get into the radio or communications business?
Well, the first thing I'd like to see is their commitment. And if they're interested, I can tell you, send a letter to us at Echoes of Glory, 600 Corporate Circle, Harrisburg, PA 17110, and tell us what your desire is. Show us that you really would like to get into this, and then we'll go through whoever sends letters in and go over them and screen folks out. But if you're really interested, the first step is to show that you're interested. They always say for any job, coaching, whatever, being there is the most important thing. So if you like and you think you have a desire to do this, show us, send us a letter and let us know, because we don't know who you are. We know there's some folks out there, but send us a letter and tell us you're interested, and we'll get back to you.
Okay, cool. Is there any either high school classes or college classes that you would recommend?
I believe they have communication courses at HAC. I'm not sure how many high schools have them, but that would be another stepping stone. If there are some courses out there, even independent at other stations or whatever, take advantage of those courses to see if you can hone your skills. And if that's something you'd like to do, it'll progress.
Okay, cool. That's a lot of good information right there. Thank you. And this is one of my favorite questions right here. It's kind of off topic, but I love it. I've been asking this question for almost a month now. And I love asking this question because I like to see what other people read or have read just to get an idea. I think reading is important. And I didn't read my first chapter book till I was about 24. I was a late bloomer. I kind of skated through.
Cat in the hat.
Yeah. Green eggs in hand all day long.
I hear you.
But reading, I get the perspective. I get to gain the other perspective of people who are no longer around, like Earl Nightingale or anyone of that caliber who is gone, but they left their trail behind. So I like to see what other people have read or are reading just to get a little bit of insight. So my question, I say all that to say, to get to the question, what's your favorite book and why?
Well, off camera, I just told you I just completed your book, March 4th. Very inspirational. I mean, I followed your real life journey anyway, but reading your book was wonderful. Now there's a book I'm getting ready to read that my co-host just wrote. It's called Tired of Being Tired, J. Nicole Jones, and it's about her personal. I like to read folks' story, how they made it, how they came through, overcame, and so like I said, to have two of my closest, one a relative and my co-host to write books is inspirational to me. So I'm excited to get started on the second book.
Okay, cool. I think we got a question here from Stefania. Do you have to go to college in order to get into this field? It's a good question. In order to get into the field, the communication radio field, do you have to go to college to break into the field?
It would help you to take a course, maybe if you're going to a 4-year or 2-year, it would help you. But I was a social education major, so there was no communication, in my background at all, and I just had to learn on the run. But that college course or an independent course you might take will help you prepare. So that's the best advice I could give you.
Okay. All right, and I see Linda's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. That's Linda Ward right there.
Hi, Linda. I'm sitting here with little Linda. Anyway, go ahead.
She's off camera. She didn't make any that I did. Normally, she does something. She hasn't done anything to distract her, anything like that. She is now. The chair's rocking.
Okay.
All right. Between us. Yeah. So, and we talked about a few things. Is there anything else that we may have missed at all that you would like to share?
As far as the radio business ministry goes, no, I think we kind of covered it all. But the one thing I would like to leave with the folks is that since I'm sitting here with my cousin, our grandmother is 96 years old.
Yes, she is.
And the one piece of advice she always gives us is stay close as a family. All right. If you want to get into radio, have your family support you. If they're going through something, have your family support you. But that's just the one nugget I want to throw out there. Stay close as a family, and that's for everybody out there.
Yeah, that's a good nugget. Our grandmother is 96 years old, and ironically, my oldest son and her share the same birthday, and it's a blessing for them to actually see each other and engage in conversation still, and for my son to know my grandmother, his great grandmother. So she's been very influential in both our lives and our entire family. I know her well. We know her as Nanny.
That's it.
Yep. I think I'm skipping something right here. Oh, here we go. Clee is an inspiration to more people than we know. Great guy. Oh, thank you. I thought it was a question, but it's nice to get a shout out like that. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a heart on that one. Absolutely. Let me move this back up. All right. right, don't want to miss anything else. And I think we covered it all. You think we covered it all?
I believe so. I really appreciate. Like I said, I have watched your journey from back in the day. I have a picture of you sitting at Nanny's house, a little guy, and just to watch you and where you've come now, and now with this project, I'm just so proud of you, man, and I'm just glad to be here.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate you coming, taking time out of your busy schedule and come bless the show. Honestly, I really do. I mean, I've looked up to you since before. I've known you for my entire life. I remember you as being. I remember going to Mount Calvary for Thanksgiving dinners, and I remember you being one of the kids getting yelled at for running up and down the steps or running through the sanctuary. And I almost yelled, that's a harsh word, but I know I know one of them was you before, but you would come with it. After we would stop running through, you know better than that, then you would tell a joke.
We were training up the children in the way they should go. So.
Good save. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he very influential.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
And I do these shows. I do these lives right now. I do motivational speaking on the lives, but right now I do these interviewing lives. And I get tongue-tied every single time, and I'm sorry, but I still keep going. But I put on to put on. And I say that because I know I use this platform to put other people on. So if you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a positive message that you're looking to get out there, please inbox me or send me, go to the website, send me a message somehow. Get in contact with me. I'll schedule you to get on the show. Like I said, if you have a business, it's your business. If you have a product that you put out and that you want to get the word out, or if you have a positive message that you just want to share with somebody, come on the show. We'll get you on the show. We'll get you some airtime. We'll have fun doing it. We'll get to learn about each other while we do it, and you get to put your message out there. It's a lot of fun doing it. You know, I keep doing these, and it's a lot of fun. I go on once a week. I got a special guest every single week. Guess who my special guest is next week?
You gonna make him stay tuned, or you gonna tell me?
Wow.
You know, hey, that's the radio thing. That's how we do. But
that's just not fair.
And I do want to say too, though. I enjoy watching these. You do an excellent job. You and your production staff. You do a great job, man. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You done stole my thunder.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It's okay. You know, you're the first person that didn't fall for it. So I will have a special guest next week. But of course, I'm already gonna say just tune in and find out. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what tune in and find out. It will be fun. It will be exhilarating. Jarrell say I remember Mr. Hailey from the PA Baptist State Convention. Very nice guy. Great show. There you go.
Thank you, brother.
Jarrell Johnson. And for coming on the show. You know, he's a Cowboys fan, so to go over that star, the high that star, he gets a Coach Clee magnet that he can put right over that star and let everyone know that he's really official.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's my gift to you.
Hey, it ain't gonna happen.
Sorry, I heard it too. Mike picked it up too. It's Coach Clee. It's your motivational speaker. It's your empowerment coach. It's your author. It's your favorite baker's favorite baker. And we're missing one more thing. We got to go with doing the money dance. We got to get ready. Up. And we hitting them with the money dance. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. Stay tuned. Peace. We're out of here.